All right, the game is down and we are live on Twitch. We do have patch notes, which we're going to go over, which features the new Jarvis, which is right here. And then we're also going to go over some improvements to the Incursion raids, and we're also going to talk about the changes to Cosmic Crucible Season 4. So we're just going to kind of summarize everything that we're expecting to come in the 7.3. Let's get started. Spread your bad luck to your enemies with Legendary Black Cat and the Secret Defenders. And Black Cat is going to be kind of like a Scourge event, if you will, which is going to require Nowhere in Sinister 6. And I'm not holding my breath thinking that Sinister 6 are going to be amazing. I think it's going to be about Nowhere and Nova. And we're going to be getting a Nowhere rerun, the second run of a legendary event here in the next couple of days as well. New characters and updates reinforce your roster with new playable characters: Black Cat, Photon, Ghost Rider, Ms. Marvel, Ronin, and Mockingbird. We have kit information on all the characters here, but not Ronin and Mockingbird. I have not seen the kits on those two characters. They are shown in the splash screen, but I'm not sure if they'll be in game when the patch goes live. Secret Defenders climb the arena ranks and pilfer the top spot with these arena specialists. The legendary Black Cat leads the elite new team with newcomers Photon, Ghost Rider, and Ms. Marvel, along with the rework of Strike veteran Doctor Strange. Made many videos about that. Doctor Strange definitely looks like the weakest, and my best guess is that Photon, Ghost Rider, Black Cat, Ms. Marvel with Apocalypse are going to be dominant, and then probably Photon will get dropped off when people start getting Super Scroll. New Avengers repel enemy attacks and Alliance War defense with the new Avengers. New arrivals Ronin and Mockingbird join forces with reworked reversions of the Thing and Agent Coulson for helicarrier action. Could an elusive fifth member be waiting in the shadows? I have not seen the reworks for Thing or Coulson, nor the kits for Ronin and Mockingbird, and I have no idea who the fifth member is. We'll have to see. Ability and stat improvements. Check out the details below for Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones, Nico, and Spider-Woman, and most of those are Alliance War reworks, and the idea is to use A-Force with Photon, and I made a video about that with Dorky Dad, and they're pretty good on War Offense, actually. New costumes. We're going to get 2 new costumes, one for Sylvie, one for Loki, and that's for Season 2. Can't miss events. Recruit Black Cat. Pounce on your first opportunity. Recruit the Secret Defenders, Legendary Brawler, Black Cat. Start powering up your roster. Prepare for this chance to earn character shards for the infamous Thief. And again, Nowhere and Sinister 6 are going to be, I guess, the nodes 5 and 10. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be structured, but those are going to be the special teams for like the special nodes. TVA Agent, month-long strike operation. Recruit Bifrost controller Sylvie and bolster your squads for the missions ahead. So that's going to be the month-long event. Vol's event should be ending shortly. Light Warriors. Assemble a top squad with a limited time energized trait for Ms. Marvel. Hard Lights event campaign. Now, in the past, event campaigns have been the most player-friendly way of releasing a character. We will see how this plays out. I actually like Ms. Marvel Hard Light quite a bit. I like her kit. I love her being a tank. She's got some turn meter. She does a lot of really cool things. I like her very much. New features, updates, and more. Battle Pass. Mojo Mayhem fades to black, and a revamped method to earn rewards will soon go live. Battle Pass. Hit daily and weekly objectives that pay out big rewards just by playing the PvP-based game modes for Cosmic Crucible, Alliance War Arena, Real-Time Arena, and Blitz. Raid Auto Launcher. And I think this is a big deal. Alliance leaders have been asking this for a long time. Set it and let it ride. You'll be able to schedule raids to launch at a specific time each day. Schedule a raid. Alliance leaders can go into the raids menu, open the new launcher, pop up, and toggle the launcher on, and then set your time for each specific raid type. Now, Jarvis. Jarvis can be seen in the strike time video, and a lot of people were asking what this is. And it is the Jarvis feature. You can click on it, and it'll give you helpful information, which previously could be found on the website. If you hit game right here and hit analysis, a lot of this information that they're talking about here in this Jarvis could currently be found on the website. Need help deciding which teams to use or how to upgrade a character? You now can receive suggestions for ISO 8 classes, T4 ability materials, and which teams to use in certain missions. Tap the recommended button when you see it in-game for a team composition catered to a mission or suggestion for ISO 8 and T4 ability materials. Want more recommendations? Tap View More within a suggestion pop-up to head to the web for more options and details. The one complaint I have about the game and also the website is access to the ISO assist counterattack on the basic, or what they call the safety attack. Previously, the only place we could get that information was on the website, but lately it's been missing from the website. It's never been available in game, and this is kind of important information in determining whether or not a character will be striker or not, because that second hit from the striker is only good if the character has a good safety attack, or which is the counter attack, assist, ISO attack. And that information is non-existent other than in blogs. Like when a character is first released, like when they release Black Cat's kit, typically they will list that information there and only there. And unless we're able to go into the data mines and look it up ourselves with someone like Tana, it's non-existent. So hopefully it comes back to the website. My understanding is that it's not going to be displayed in game anytime soon. That would be ideal, as if we could find it in game. War replay button. So this was completely disabled. Alliance war replays will no longer be available for enemy battles. The decision was made following MSF player council feedback with the intent of making alliance strategies and counters tougher to crack. I will put a link in the description to the MSF Player Council if you want to get involved with that and give your feedback to them about this. You can take it up with them if you agree with this or disagree with this. I think this is largely an okay idea. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent towards it. The game, in my opinion, right now has a low occurrence, or I haven't been hearing about it, of people doing like APK modifications. One of the advantages of being able to see your enemy battles is if they're hacking, and you'll be able to see that, and now that won't be available. That's the only thing that I don't particularly care for about this, is that I kind of felt like Alliance War replays kept everybody honest. We'll see how it plays out. Fan voting on the web. Coming soon to MarvelStrikeForce.com will be opportunity to vote for certain characters and events for future content. Keep your eye on the weekly Friday developer blogs for more information. The Motorola G Play 2021. If you have that device, I suggest reading this or screenshotting it and reading it. I'm going to skip over it. Bug fixes. Cosmic Crucible battle replays now function properly, no longer cause combat issues while in an Incursion raid battle. Healing for injured, defeated characters remain possible in select raids after returning from the Power Core store. The profanity filter has been restored and updated. Really? Okay, let's do it. With version 7.3, the pedestals show a featured character and costume will be blank. Visual issues, so that's going to be happening when the patch goes live. Spider Weaver, looks like this is a fix on the passive. Spider Weaver unintentionally had a chance to be out of charge, but still be giving minus 100% accuracy. Now she always recalculates her accuracy after losing her last charge. Red Hulk, they added some text to match the function that Red Hulk clearing revive once cannot be resisted. Known issue with the ultimate. Battlefield effect can end after a new wave spawns. Mostly notable in raids. Team is actively investigating. Dormammu, basically they're not going to be changing the way Dormammu's passive works. They're just going to be changing the text to work the way that it actually works in game. Rogue, passive awakened ability updated to correctly reduce the health speed and ability levels of allied Apocalypse and Horseman when cloned by enemies. So Mr. Sinister can clone, Dark Beast can clone. Titanium, the special, is now unavoidable in all game modes. Okay, nice. Green Goblin, special. Secondary attack is now unavoidable. Shang-Chi, basic attack twice during an assist counterattack. We would see that sometimes. Cloak, Dagger, Icarus, and Cersei. These four characters have updated the text to make it clear that they require active ally to gain additional effects. So I wonder if that also has to do with them being stunned. Like if you stun Cersei, is that no longer considered to be an active ally? You know, if you want to get the synergies that happen between Icarus and Cersei, and then the synergies that happen between Cloak and Dagger, we'll see. Doc Ock. Now, I think this is kind of a tragedy. When did Doc Ock come out? 2020, and this is embarrassing to them. I think this is kind of garbage, and I'll explain why. Passive now grants 2 speed up on turn if charged. Developer note: the original intention of providing 1 stack of speed up was they overlooked it. Just say that you guys screwed up. 1 stack of speed up was encouraged. Theory crafting with characters that increase stacks of speed up. No, like Black Widow. In the current meta, we believe he deserves an extra stack. So what would happen is that the passive would trigger. He would get a stack of speed up, and then his turn would end, and the speed up would immediately disappear. It was garbage. It did nothing. And they were trying to say that it was intentional. Get out of here. Get out of here. So anyways, this is an actual change that was requested when he came out years ago, and they're finally getting around to it. And then they're trying to play it off like it was intentional. This was completely an oversight. It was not intentional to have the speed up immediately lapse and basically be useless. Union Jack. So they're going to change this a little bit, and they're going to actually be boosting Union Jack. Union Jack and Bucky Barnes use charge as representation of ammo for their firearms. Thus, when they're out of charge, they won't fire. Bucky is working as intended by not attacking when not charged. Gains speed bar instead, but Union Jack unintentionally was. So they're going to change that. Union Jack now has the same intended functionality of not attacking, but to balance him out, his chance to counterattack, assist, and ice attack is increased by 25%. So I do think that's important, and we're going to talk about the changes that they're going to be making to some of the raids, because it relates to that specifically, and hopefully I'm still getting the same results in 1.6. Heimdall. So this was worded correctly. Basically, passive increased accuracy now given to all Asgardians. And before the text actually says that, but it was only giving the increased accuracy to hero Asgardians, and it wasn't applying to like Hela. Again, this was brought up like a million years ago, and they're probably getting around to it. Apocalypse, passive. First enemy will always have the negative focus applied, which wasn't always occurring. Okay. And then there are the character updates to Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones, Nico, and I've gone over those in other videos. Now, let's go over here and talk about some changes here to the Incursion raid, which I want to see how this plays out. I'm a little bit concerned about this. On Wednesday, August 2nd, an improvement to the Incursion raid skill nodes will be implemented. Skill node will be balanced so players will find their raid sim success rate will improve. Also, skill node 3 will see reduction in the boss health. This will alleviate some of the timeout issues of experience on the node. Once the game comes out of maintenance, players will be able to experience these improvements. Now, skill node 3 was one of the few raids nodes that I would actually attempt to sim in 1.6 because I had a 100% chance of timing out. So I'd always have to go into it twice, where if I simmed it, I had like a 75% chance of successfully simming it, and then maybe like a 25% chance it would fail. So we're just gonna have to see it. Then they also spell out some things that are somewhat obvious. Raid sim is the sim is going into battle and hitting auto button immediately and letting the battle play out with any interaction for player. Then they specify that it is not automatic. It doesn't always work. And you're going to logically have better results if you play it manually. I feel like this is the same thing with Sim Blitz and playing manually. And then they spell out the gear tier levels of the current Incursion raid on where what you're going to need if you want to sim it. And then they explicit that this does not apply to Tech Raid. Yeah, the Tech Raid team right now is garbage. And then lastly, I just wanted to briefly go over season 4 of Cosmic Crucible. So we have season running right now that will be ending after this week, and then there's not going to be a break in between. There's not going to be like a 32 or anything like that. It's going to immediately go into season 4, and I very much like these. They're more allow for theory crafting. I do think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm sure there's going to be a ton of videos out there with suggestions on what's going to be optimal, and I'll have to look into that and make videos about that as well. Global rules, so these are going to affect all the rooms. Multiversal warriors on defense and offense. New warrior characters gain 10% crit chance and crit damage for each character. For each charge on that character, when attacking an enemy with blind, gain regeneration. That's fine. On defense, all characters gain 20% health and 10% damage. Fine. Stage 1. On defense and offense, Raider characters on crit will apply minor defense down, which is interesting, right? I believe that stacks with defense down, so that's kind of nice if you can get defense down and a minor defense down. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's the cool thing about that. On credit, minor defense down. Striker characters, while below 50% health, gain 200% damage. So there's some opportunity to theory craft with Raider and Striker characters in Room 1. Stage 2. On defense and offense, rooms count as a raid, so all of your raid bonuses will be enabled in Room 2. I think this is fantastic. Absolutely sounds amazing. Stage 3 on defense and offense, cosmic hero characters on turn gain deflect. When attacked, apply defense down to the attacker. Great. Stage 4, wrecking bomb on offense and defense. On turn, if a character has taunt, gain offense up. On turn, all allies with offense up gain assist. Some interesting theory crafting situations there. Stage 5. Mutant spiders on defense and offense. Hero mutant characters count as astonishing X-Men, unlimited X-Men, uncanny X-Men. I love this. I think this is absolutely amazing. And then Spider-Verse characters will also count as Tangled Web and Web Warriors. I think it's going to be so much fun. And then stage 6 kind of feels like stage 5 did last season. A little different. Actually, it's a little easier to understand. On defense and offense, special abilities cost 2 less to use, and then ultimate abilities cost 2 less to use. So I think there's a lot of flexibility to go off there in Room 6. I love the Cosmic Crucible changes. I'm looking forward to the patch. Also, there was something mentioned in the last 2 patch notes about some catalysts on the daily challenges. That remains to be seen. Like, it did not happen last patch, did not happen the patch before, and there was 0 mention of it in these patch notes. So hopefully we get some update on that as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Defense up and regens don't stack. The full defense up just overrides the defense up. All right, there we go. Glad that we got that.